Woodward Sports app and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Let's talk some sports. It's Big D Energy.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back, everybody. Big D Energy right here, the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal. Ruhl, Juicy Iafrate. He's a little more high class now. Jeff Iafrate in for D-Mac today. We got Sam Flannel. We got Spencer Raxter. D-Mac's out, I think, for the next 2 days. Have we got a low-K on D-Mac? Where is D-Mac these days?
I have a little something.
Feel confident?
Oh, he's on the golf course.
Look at that man.
Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got here. Darren McCarty on the tee box has the driver in hand. He's been hitting this very well so far today. Really shallowing out that swing as D-Mac addresses the ball and steps through it. Good hip turn there from D-Mac. And a twirl of the club. He likes it.
When I'm not there, I'm working out here. That's all I got to say. Big D Energy. D-Mac coming at you.
He splits the middle of the fairway and gives the shout out. So D-Mac on a golf course. So you guys can't give me a hard time, number one.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Oh, it's fair. I mean, D-Mac is just built different, man. He looks good out there. He can do it all. He really can.
So Darren McCarty out today and tomorrow. He's out there doing it on the golf course, as we said. But happy to have all y'all with us. Remember, you can get involved on the YouTube channel, on the chat thread. Jump in there. Any way you want to get involved in the show, you certainly can. But, it's one of those things where a good weekend was afoot. We got a big-time show. Lions, first day of pads today. Juicy Jeff, it's getting real in the streets.
Oh, it's getting real. This is what I've been looking forward to. Because we saw the reports, especially over this weekend. And I love that drop, by the way. Shout out to, my name is Jeff. But over the weekend, I saw reports coming out of Aiden Hutchinson beating Penei Sewell with no pads on. And now the pads come on. And what's the news coming out, boys?
I've heard from multiple sources that Aiden Hutchinson is Penei Sewell has been by far the best player at camp. He's absolutely dominating guys, and I'm excited for it.
No, that's what I'm looking forward to, man. Get these guys in pads. Penei Sewell and this offensive line. What have we been talking about? This offensive line is top 3, top 4. Wherever you want to rank them, they're one of the best in the NFL, and it's coming into fruition as these guys get pads on. So that's what I'm excited about.
And that's what it's going to boil down to. And we'll talk a little bit more in the opening segment about that. Dan Campbell addressed the media today during practice. And again, first full day of pads. They're putting the pads on. Things are getting real. We are going to have football soon. So as you might expect, we have a very heavy football show lined up. What do you got, Spence?
Maddie's checking in.
Spence.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Okay. Moving on, everybody. No, but again, get involved with the show. We'll take your thoughts and take your comments as things roll on the YouTube channel. You keep the YouTube channel up, obviously, for the chat.
Yes.
And then the picture hits, 10-ish, 15-ish seconds later after live.
Yeah.
And it just popped up on the screen in front of me. and it shook me, man.
That was from the top ropes.
It shook me.
That was. And Neal's a pro's pro, too. Like, you really shook him.
News came from the NFL today. Deshaun Watson's suspension will be 6 games. As it stands right now, the NFL will have an opportunity to appeal that, I'm told. So we will see how that shakes out. Also, Rocket Mortgage Classic this weekend at Detroit Golf Club. Tony Finau ran away with it on Sunday, but a lot of us were down there here in and around the station. A lot of us made our way down to Detroit Golf Club, and I've been, obviously you guys know, D-Mac likes golf a lot, I like golf a lot, play a lot. But one thing about the golf tournaments that I always wondered about was the people that go, and a lot of people were out there, man, it was popular. But I've never understood something. I go back to when I was a kid going to the Buick Open when it was out on Grand Blanc and everything like that. And Jeff, maybe you're not a big golf guy, so maybe, but I need that because maybe you can help explain something to me. I'll never understand fans that go to golf tournaments and wear golf shoes. And so where I was sitting right there, I have it circled there. If you zoomed in the picture a little bit, you could see my guy had on golf shoes as we sat up there in the 1899 club. Why? Why wear the golf shoes? They're not going to ask you to play. And no golf tournament ever have they ever said, hey, we're down a golfer. You got golf shoes on. You come out here and you tee it up.
Wait, when?
No one's ever done that.
That's like going to an NBA game and wearing compression pants. Like it's the same. Like I don't understand it, but I will say this. That's hilarious. And I went to the Rocket Mortgage Classic last year, and I'm not even a big golf guy, but it was incredible. And we kind of chopped it up before the show, talking about how you can appreciate seeing the best, the guys that are, and girls, by the way, that are the best at what they do. And I appreciated it, man. But that's hilarious. The golf shoes.
Your face, you look so disgusted in that picture.
Because I don't understand. You guys know how I get, right? You guys know how I get. If somebody wants to explain it to me, I'll accept the explanation. I'm open-minded.
I got nothing.
And I understand. Look, do what you want to do in your life. I'll do what I want to do, as long as we're leaving each other alone and not being a problem and stuff like that. Do whatever it is you want to do. If you want to wear golf shoes to the golf event, okay, but give me the why.
Yeah,
I need the why here.
I can't think of a why.
No, just anything. Like, let's brainstorm.
Yeah.
Juicy J, give me anything. Give me anything.
Maybe, okay, if I'm talking from his point of view, I want to look the part. You know, I do this. I want everyone to know I am that guy, and I'm a good golfer. That would be the only thing. Maybe it's an ego thing. I mean, besides that, what's the point of doing that? Maybe he's with some buddies.
Sam Flannel, you got anything on this? Like, make a case.
I mean, this guy probably thinks that he's better at golf than he actually is, and that he should actually be on the tour. So he's just like looking the part, kind of like, speaking it into existence or dressing it into existence. That's the only thing I got, honestly.
See, I think he's trying to get in that player's tent. You're wearing the full golf outfit. You walk with confidence. Nobody's going to stop you. Maybe he's trying to get back there, get some free food, get some ins and out with the players.
That's a good why.
Yeah, Cody Engel, there's zero reason to wear golf shoes. Thank you, Cody. I want a reason. It doesn't have to be a good reason.
Yeah.
Just a reason, and we'll start from there. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. They're not going to ask you to play. And no matter what golf shoes you have, and save it, Golf Elite people, no matter what golf shoes you have, they're not as comfortable as like your favorite pair of shoes.
Facts.
They're just not.
No. And Easy makes a great point, too. Me and Easy went there last year, and he even said, Juicy and I were at the RMC last year, and it was pretty slippery and muddy. So depending on the conditions as well, like, why in the hell would you wear golf shoes? I do. I need an explanation directly from him about that reason.
Hey, I got this. I have the two pairs of golf shoes. I got the Roches, like the Roche golf shoes, and then I have these Sketcher ones for when it rains. The Sketcher ones, they were like $30, and they're the most comfortable pair of golf shoes I've ever worn in my entire life.
Which is fair, you know. That's what Skechers market is and everything like that. I'm still not buying that though. They're not more comfortable than your favorite pair of shoes.
That's true. That's true. I wouldn't wear them over like a regular day pair of shoes. Definitely not.
And Easy said, Nick Leach, the type of guy to wear golf cleats to a golf tournament.
Hashtag FNL.
Let's spin it to that. And those of you on the show, look, I know some of you aren't golf people and everything like that. Give me my 6 minutes here. Give me my 6 minutes. I'll give you your hour of Lions on the first day of padded up training camp. Nick Leach is exactly the kind of guy that would wear golf shoes to a golf tournament. Exactly the kind of guy. And you remember when I was talking about St. Andrews in the British Open and how golf passed St. Andrews by, and that was a blasphemous statement to the golf elite, the old golf guard. It took approximately 4 minutes for the Rocket Mortgage to be open before I got the text from Nick Leach saying, hey, has a game of golf past Detroit Golf Club got by? Ha, ha, ha. I'm like, hey, Nick Leach, there was no guy with a Scottish accent saying, Detroit Golf Club, the Rocket Mortgage Classic, the test of a man's mettle and will.
But that actually gave us a great idea for next year is we're going to do a parody video of, what up, though, Detroit Golf Club, home of golf, come to Detroit, man. What up, though, all the free conies you can eat. Like,
yes, sir.
It's going to be great.
Mike G says, I love Reebok Pump golf kicks. They're dope. And they are. Guys, I'm not saying they do make some great golf shoes.
Yeah.
I have a pair of Jordan golf shoes that are awesome. I like them. I'm not wearing them to the PGA golf tournament because I'm not there to play golf.
Facts.
That's it.
You're there to observe.
NFL Draft Junkie has the best one. It's like bringing your guitar to a Ted Nugent concert.
You're not getting called up to play. You're not going up there, my man.
Cody Engel says conies and buffs, man. That's
Yes.
that's what it'll be. Steve Brown says, I knew a guy who wore knickers to the U.S. Open here in Pittsburgh a few years ago. That's different. That is different.
That's different.
If you want to wear the knickers, if that's your thing, I'm cool with it. But if you're good, golf shoes is where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line, is at golf shoes at a golf tournament. I like that too.
We got Golf Elite sitting on the couch now.
Fish, you were down at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Did you wear golf shoes?
No, I did not. But I did wear a golf shirt, and I...
That's fine.
Yeah, that's...
but I didn't see very many people... I mean, I saw a few. I saw more like T-shirts there, which I don't know if that... I mean, I knew what I was getting myself into, but there was no like crazy costumes or anything, which was nice.
And I'm not saying, Chuck Brewer says you got to show up bare feet with cutoffs and no shirt. I'm not saying that. I do want to protect the sanctity of the game to some degree. I'm not saying that.
Did you wear that yesterday?
I wore something similar to this, like a Nike mock collared shirt with a hat and shorts and regular shoes, not golf shoes.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I get why you'd wear golf shoes, but do they realize you're not walking on the actual course? You're walking on the rough that's been patted down by the final day?
That's what we're trying. That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of this. If any of you out there on the YouTube chat, if you've ever worn golf shoes to a golf tournament, I'm not going to mock you. I'm not. I just want an answer. I just want an answer so I can think about it, and then we'll mock you after.
There probably are people that get that nostalgia with doing that. They're like, oh, it's moving back to my high school playing days. I'm going to wear golf shoes to the golf. That's not me.
It's like Nine Drink says in the chat, does Corey wear cleats to training camp?
Just in case. You think Corey's like packing up his gear and going, today might be the day.
Yeah, elbow pads, knee pads, shoulder pads.
If that third string defensive end goes down, I'm getting the call.
Mike G already has that picture of Maddie as his profile picture.
Mike G is quick.
Mike G is the guy.
He's lightning quick.
Yeah.
People want to know, Fish, do you wear high socks on the golf course?
It depends.
That's a yes.
I'm wearing low socks now, but I have done that before. I've worn high socks before.
I've
worn like high colored socks, like the obnoxious ones, like the yellows and orange.
Yeah, and look, Stick and I were it's been a point of conversation throughout the network. And Stick said it's like an adult that brings a baseball glove to a baseball game.
Yeah.
Make the catch.
Use your hands. Be a man.
Be a man about it. Make the catch.
Be a man. Use bare hands.
I said like the cutoff is like 15, 16.
Yeah.
Is that a fair baseball glove?
Yeah, unless you're like... Well, no, now that they have the
netting,
now
there's no
they have
reason
the net,
for it.
there's no need. I was going to say, unless you're like third baseline.
Hot corner.
Yeah, hot corner. But now they have the netting, yeah, there's no need.
Like we had one, I was at a minor league game, and we were sitting right even with third base in the second row.
Yeah.
And a guy turned on a line drive, and it was it was screaming in there, and it hit the seat next to me. It was a rocket. Yeah. I had no shot at that one.
I was sitting like, I think 5 rows up from the third baseline, and a ball came screaming. Boom, hit a lady right in the forehead, knocked her out, and then it bounced off of her head and smacked the seat that my friend Darius would have been sitting in, but he went out to go smoke a cigar, and it would have bopped him right in the head, too. And I was like,
You snag it?
No.
Right.
The guy next to me got it.
Can I make a hot take? Because I know we've got the hot take artists in here, but, like, why do they have the net there? Like,
to protect people from the baseball?
I know, but you're at a baseball game. Look up at the action. It only happens
we can't do that anymore,
seconds.
Fish. We've crossed that line. We can't. We're not capable.
You can't stop doing this for 5 seconds when a pitch comes.
I did notice that too at the golf tournament too. Like,
oh yeah,
a lot of phone use.
Oh my God, man, yeah. Like it was a lot. It was a lot. But whatever. That's
Get
not
in the hole.
Yeah, that's not for me to judge. But I am going to judge golf shoes at the golf tournament. That is it. But hey. NFL in pads. We're breaking it down after I tell you we are live at the Planet Fitness Studios, home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. Membership starts at just $10 a month. Guys, you've been listening to me say this for a very long time. If you haven't pulled the trigger yet, but you want to get in better shape, take that first step. It's not like this is some huge investment that you have to do. Give it a spin. See if it works for you. Planet Fitness, again, $10 a month for access to your home club. Options, tons of options for you. Black Card, unlimited use of all the Planet Fitnesses anywhere in the world. Decide what's right for you. It's easy to do. pull into a Planet Fitness on the way home. You're going to pass 2 of them, minimum, on your way home. Jump on that computer right now, planetfitness.com. They got all your options on there. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Let me tell you about our friends at Alta, because Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. Have a big project coming up? Alta Rent has you covered. Call them today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Uptime.
Uptime.
Uptime matters. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Happy to have you with us. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy's Jeff Iafrate. He's in for DMAC today and tomorrow. Happy to have you with us. Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter here in the building as well. Tony D says apparently golf events are not judgment-free like Planet Fitness. No, Tony D, they are. They're judgment-free until you show up in golf shoes. That's a little bit of judgment. And I'm not even judging. I just want the why. And all these years, I've never gotten a why. So, I just figured we have a mass of people here that are connected with Woodward, and maybe somebody would have an answer for me. They didn't. But we move on. NFL in full swing right now, and it's officially full swing because the pads are on. And as you know, our guy Corey Woods lives in Allen Park now. He picks up and moves his residence to Allen Park all training camp long. He's got the sights. He's got the sounds. Dan Campbell spoke to the media today. So let's get you the update. Full day of pads, first day of NFL training camp for your Detroit Lions.
It's on us now. So if we can give them a little excitement, a little joy, then that's what we're going to try to do.
Here it is, another day of Detroit Lions training camp, day 5 of training camp, but this time is going to be a little bit different because not only is it going to be open to the public, this is the first practice in pads. So now we're going to get a real look at how these guys are looking for the upcoming season. Now, if there's one person who I'm going to be focusing on today, it's going to be DeAndre Swift. Last week, I talked about how his speed looked. I said that he looked even quicker than he did before, but that was without pads. Let's see if he has that same type of speed and quickness in pads. But before we get into that, every morning media session has to kick off with Dan Campbell. Let's see what he had to say.
Yeah, look, we've already had a number of the players that are like, man, when we go on pads? And then I'm sure when they're not with us, they're like, man, I'm glad we're not going pads. But so they're excited. They're ready to go. And look, man, the level has been every day, we've had a little bit more of a crowd out there. And so that just gives them a little more energy. And so today to have the fans out there, they're going to be, your pads and the fans are out there. They're going to be going, man. And it does. It gives you quite a bit of energy and makes you want to put on a show for those guys. And so, man, we're looking forward to it. I said this all along. I do believe this team is it's all about us first, the coaches, the players, as it pertains to us taking care of our business. But man, we want to give this city something, and give these fans something to be proud of. We do. We said that from day one, and they deserve it. And so, it's on us now. So, if we can give them a little excitement, a little joy, then that's what we're going to try to do.
That's all for right now, guys. Make sure that you are following Woodward Sports on Twitter and following me, Corey E. Woods, on Twitter as well, because all throughout training camp, all throughout practice today, I'll be bringing photos, videos, quotes, just giving you a little bit of everything that's in the bag. Make sure you stay tuned and make sure that you just let us know what you want to see. Let us know what you don't want to see. Till then, this is Corey Woods, the Woodward Sports Network. Check you guys next time.
And that was our own Corey Woods updating the first day of full pads for the Detroit Lions. And you know what, guys? From what I've heard and the people I've talked to and the snippets that you're hearing, if you're following writers, not just Corey, whoever on Twitter, the one thing that I think I can say with relative certainty is if you're the NFL Hall of Fame, get out in front of inflation and price increases and just get Penei Sewell's gold jacket today. Just get it today. My understanding from what I've been told, he's dominating people out there. Aiden Hutchinson got some in pads today, got some of that. Jeff Okudah really got some of that today.
You got to let
pads.
the meat slap meat.
This offensive line, Jeff, and look, we get this all the time, right? But this isn't the second-string quarterback dropping dimes in the red zone. This is one of the premier units in the NFL, the Lions' offensive line, road grading everybody in their path. And Sewell, man, get him the gold jacket now.
Yeah, this is the bread and butter. I mean, we've been talking about this as well. We could talk all we want about this offensive line, but we were looking forward to training camp, especially with pads on, and they're showing out. And it's been reported among all media, Corey Woods as well. Penei Sewell is the best player on the field, and that's coming out.
That's not just Corey or
that's
Detroit.
Everybody.
That's national media saying, and I believe the quote was far and away, second place.
It's not even close.
It's not even close. Understand. I think people need to understand. And look, my red letter day for it was when he got in the mix with Aaron Donald. Mm-hmm. Because that says something to me, Jeff, where, and somebody said in here, restore the roar. Mike G said, restore the roar, LFG. Those are the dudes right there that are going to, quote, restore the roar, because you need dudes. It's not role guys. It's not, well, maybe this guy can work out. You don't have to ask questions. The least question guy on that roster to me is Penei Sewell. Yeah. No questions. See you in 12 years when you retire. Mm-hmm. That position solidified for the next decade plus.
Yeah, and that screams who he is as a player. And you saw it last year. You mentioned it, him getting into it with Aaron Donald. That kind of echoes what Dan Campbell's been preaching and the mentality he wants to instill with this football team. Penei Sewell is like, if you can make a player in the lab for what Dan Campbell's looking for with this regime, and Brad Holmes as well, it's Penei Sewell. And you saw the picture Easy got with Penei Sewell at the Pro Sports Zone. Like, my God, he is a big human being.
Right.
And the fact that he was moving around Aiden Hutchinson, and he talked about he had a presser right after practice. Him doing one-on-ones with Aiden Hutchinson. Oh God. All right, Spencer's nonchalant threw that up. But I will say, after the presser, he said, iron sharpens iron. And that's one thing we've been talking about as well. Like, it's going to benefit Penei Sewell to go up against Aiden Hutchinson, but my God, it's only going to be good for Aiden Hutchinson to go up against Penei Sewell. I mean, for real.
Chuck Brewer says, Neal, I think that's the day most of Detroit bought in. And I'll agree, and I'll even back it up and say, you know when I bought in? The game against the 49ers.
Oh, yeah. Nick Bosa.
When him and Nick Bosa played to pretty much a stalemate. But that's my point. Like, I always got to hear about it from certain people. I always hear about it. And with some, we never see it. I didn't have to hear about it. You could watch. That's Nick Bosa. That's Aaron Donald. Like, those are the dudes in the league. And he's holding his own in his third NFL game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, that to me was the sign. And I am excited for this one. Again, this isn't second-string quarterback in the red zone. This is Penei Sewell out there, and we have video to compare it to.
Right.
And am I a slappy? Yeah, I'm a slappy. I am, but I like talent. I'm weird like that. Like, I like guys who are talented. I like perennial Pro Bowlers. I like guys that you don't have to question. I like guys you don't have to wonder about if they're good. Check, 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 check for Penei Sewell. And yeah, I'm a slap. Sorry.
And the fact that you have to look at this too, like for Penei Sewell last season as a rookie, you mentioned his third NFL game, switching between left and right tackle in the process as well. So not only is he a rookie, he took that year off in college football because of COVID, so he's already behind, and he comes in, steps in, plays well. Struggled a little bit before the season. You saw the reports, but my God, Neal, when it was time to suit up and get to work, he brought it.
Yeah,
on both sides.
And again, that's the kind of players I'm talking about, guys. That's a transformative player. See, like I think we get caught up with, the hopium and all that stuff, which I understand, and you want, maybe Okuda can come back, or maybe this guy can be that.
Oh, we know, and that's what you look for.
Yeah, because Rick Ross, as Rick Ross would say, Penei Sewell, Sam Flannel, has showed us against the greats of the game. And now, imagine when he figures out what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine when he learns some vet tricks and things like that, dude. That's the guy. We get caught up in Goff, and rightly so. And we get caught up on running backs and DeAndre Swift and receivers. And we're going to talk about Amon-Ra St. Brown in a couple minutes. We get caught up in all these kinds of things with the ifs. There are no ifs, man.
Nope.
And I'm passionate about this one because, again, that's what's going to turn things around, dude. That's how you're going to win football. Dudes.
Yes. And if the Lions are going to win 10 games like Ryan Armani thinks they will, it's going to be because of this unit. It's going to be because of Penei Sewell and their ability to run the football, give Jared Goff more time in the pocket to throw the football. And Penei Sewell, man, like he is going to be – you could talk a lot about different players on this team. But Penei Sewell is going to be here for 15 years if you can secure him and keep him. And my God, the benefit of having a premier Hall of Fame talent left or right tackle, he could play either one. Whatever quarterback steps in, Neal, whether it's a rookie, Jared Goff, they get tremendously better. Not to mention the backfield as well.
Yeah, and so we're going to see that. And Steve Brown says Sewell is good, but he can't regress this year. Ain't going to happen, man.
No way.
Look at the constant improvement.
That's what you look for. Yeah.
Look at Sewell week 1 versus Sewell week 10 versus Sewell week 16.
Mm-hmm. Better and better.
Better and better and better. So, that's the thing that's got me excited. And again, that's what's going to change this. And and people are talking about Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, Hutch won a couple of those battles too. Okay, show us. And look, I know absolutely, Rose. I know a lot of Michigan fans in here. You know how it gets. You know how it gets in here. He's a Michigan guy. So none of that stuff matters right now, man. Show the same thing Sewell did. When it gets to week 1, go out there and cause some problems for folks.
Right.
When they adjust to you, adjust to them. Go out and cause some problems for folks. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want Hutchinson to be. The unquestioned dude. I don't want to wait for development. And look, is that stuff true? Yes, it's true, but I don't want to hear that, man. I didn't have to wait for development with Sewell.
Yeah. No. And despite struggling before this season, you talked about it, Neal, when it was time to get to work, Sewell showed up. And I think Aiden will do the same thing. That's why it's so great that you have your Hall of Fame level talent and your left tackle or right tackle playing this year with Penei Sewell and how great he'll be. But you also have Aiden Hutchinson. Those guys going at each other through practice, through the preseason. My God, it's only going to bode well for him come the regular season. So, we are talking a lot about Penei, but Aiden Hutchinson, man, got a couple studs on that D and offensive line. No doubt about it.
Mike says, if Hutchinson can go out and kill Rodgers, we build a statue of you on Woodward Avenue. And Mike, hey, you know what?
Facts.
Again, you guys know how this is, right? Like, you know my feelings about Michigan football and stuff like that. The second the draft ends, he plays for the Lions now. And Spence is another exhibit of that.
Mm-hmm.
You and I will be there shoveling for the foundation of that statue.
Yeah, 100%.
That stuff's over now.
I saw what the guy could do. He terrorized Peyton Thorne for most of that game. Obviously, we saw what he did against Ohio State. Like, I just want him to come in and rip some quarterbacks' heads off. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's it. And after you do that, you can celebrate with a mulligan because the official drink of summer is here, the mulligan, made with Gypsy Vodka. If you're out on the golf course, wearing golf shoes if you're playing, or hanging out in the backyard, the mulligan is calling your name. Ask for the mulligan at your local golf course or at a Total Wine near you. Remember, guys, it's 8%. So just, act accordingly. As always, drink responsibly.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Ciabattas, summer salads, and dip shakes, all at Big Boy. Try a chicken club, chicken cordon bleu, or sunrise ham and cheddar, all on our grilled ciabatta bread. Or keep it light with our Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad. And don't forget to cool off with a frosty hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Summer just got better.
Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning, where you can join the Pepper Club. They'll get you all the best deals on your limited tanning options, plus they'll beat all the competitors by at least $5. Chili Peppers has the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans, 26 locations, and more on the way. Go to chilipepperstanning.com to find out which one works best for you. Off and running on a Monday, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Juicy Jaffe here in the house. When your hair is that luxurious, you have to draw out the E on the end. You have to first insert the E.
Yeah.
And what's it called? An enye or whatever that little silly little thing is?
I have no idea what it's called.
I don't know. I didn't spend a lot of time in English class.
Me either.
Jaffe. Hey,
I love it.
I know a little of the European pronunciation. Jaffe. So, yeah, man, happy to have you all with us. We got Spencer Raxter in the Malcolm Rodriguez jersey today. That's crispy.
Sam cooking up some bangers. Oh yeah, got my boy Grande Poppy. He came in. I'm hyped. I'm wearing it. Had to wear it. That's my dog. I guess he's been taking first team reps too. So look out, look out.
Hey, Dan Campbell said he was excited to see him and James Houston today.
Yep.
So your guy's getting the spotlight on him. That's for sure.
Good pull. Yeah, absolutely rooting for that guy, man.
sure.
Great dude. Friend of the show. I think we can call him a friend of the show.
Yeah.
That's fair. We got Sam Flannel Knots. What day or consecutive flannel are we on?
We are at 107.
107. Nice.
We're in the triple digits.
We're banking them, no doubt about that. Tommy Williamson says, that's what I don't get. I don't like Michigan State and Ohio State, but I hope like hell Taylor Decker and Okuda are stars because they are on the Lions. And yeah, that's the day the draft's over, man. All that stuff goes out the window.
Right.
And, it is. We were talking Penei Sewell, certainly, but another guy that showed us last year. And somebody in the YouTube chat thread, and it skipped by too quickly, so my apologies, I can't attribute it to the proper person, mentioned the fact running backs and wide receivers regress to whereas like Penei Sewell just continues to evolve. That's the nature of the position. Right, because you game plan for a receiver, you game plan to take them out of the game. There's not a ton that can be done for an offensive line.
Andrew Whitworth, another guy. I mean, you could play till he's 40. Just depends on their bodies. But yeah, I mean, it's the difference too, Neal, with coaching. Like you don't have to rely on coaching. Now we have a good offensive line coach with Hank Fraley, but with Penei Sewell, it's mentality, it's his approach, his physicality. It's not like having a Matt Patricia could have thrown off Penei Sewell. He is what he is. It's the physical skills he brings.
No doubt about it. And look, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I think the room and the additions change things for him. I think the wide receivers and the running backs, and we have the stat right now on our YouTube channel if you're watching on there. ESPN Stats and Info tweeted one bright spot for the Lions last year was the emergence of Amon-Ra St. Brown. 912 receiving yards, the most by a rookie in Lions franchise history. The Lions are seeking their first playoff appearance since 2016. For me, and I'm a big St. Brown guy, and the reasons have been stated. 4th-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Again, his entire contract.
Say it again, Neal.
His entire contract is less than Kenny Golladay will make in September of this year.
Wow.
Who, by the way, is struggling in Giants camp already. And the talk is that he is having trouble getting separation and that he could fall in their depth chart. Think about that for a minute.
And you talk about regression, Neal. He didn't catch a touchdown last year, so oof.
That's what I'm saying.
That's tough.
And so, but the thing with St. Brown is, and why it's different than Sewell, is because receivers and running backs are usage based. It's a lot like NBA players or college basketball players. Your stats you put up have a direct correlation to how many times you get the ball,
right?
How many shots you take. All those types. A wide receiver is only limited to his targets.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the additions to the wide receiver room for the Lions, you will see Amon-Ra St. Brown's usage impacted highly. I would say highly impacted. I mean, is he going to be a bust? No. Do you still want to get usage to guys that catch the football? I think Amon-Ra St. Brown
doesn't drop it. Yeah, another one.
That's it. And that's where, for me, they will find a way to get him involved. But the nature of the beast, Jeffe, is that he won't have that same level of target.
And that's a great point. And on top of that, too, I have to give him credit because last year, in a year where there were injuries, lack of talent, teams knew late in the season going in facing the Lions, it's like, listen, we got to take Amon-Ra out of this game. And he still played well, didn't drop very many footballs. I don't think he dropped any at all. So that's the benefit with Amon-Ra. He's solid, no doubt about it. I think adding talent this year, although you're right, it is usage-based, I think the flip side of it is he's going to get open a lot more, too. Because now you have two guys, DJ Chark and later in the season, Jameson Williams, who are going to take the top off the defense. It's going to give Amon-Ra a lot of one-on-one with just cornerbacks. And I think the intermediate to short passing game, him and TJ Hawkinson, that's Jared Goff's bread and butter. He's going to be able to benefit in that. But you're right, it is usage-based. In terms of yards, he might be right around the same number, but he'll be more efficient, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and I don't know how that's going to work itself out, right? Because somebody of the receivers. And look, the hopium flows. We know we've had reports of Goff being as high as, 5,500 yards this year.
Jesus.
We've had every receiver have a 1,000-yard year. The nature of the attrition of the NFL, one of the receivers aren't going to make it through the year. Is that a fair statement?
Well, yes. Yeah. A couple guys that are improving, especially with DJ Chark. I'm excited for DJ Chark, but Neal, the only guy really coming into this season that you're for sure of is Amon-Ra St. Brown, and maybe Josh Reynolds as well. Like the rest of the guys, Quintez hasn't been able to stay healthy, although I'm excited. Jameson Williams, we don't know what to expect when he's here. He'll be great. He'll be elite. But until then, Amon-Ra's the only, tangible receiver. You know what you're getting out of him. So that's also another benefit on top of everything else.
Right. And so
Jared Goff trusts him.
He does, no doubt. But when you start breaking those numbers down, you just got to operate with the premise somebody's not going to be with us come week 9.
Absolutely.
Like that's just the nature of the beast. One from each unit. That's fair to say, right? And you hope that one unit is not the quarterback unit, certainly. But that's how things work themselves out. So, it's one of those things where for him, certainly I think the fact that he does not drop the football. And that's different too, right? Like, look at over the course of the non-Calvin receivers of the last decade, with the exception of possibly Golden Tate. And even when Golden Tate got here, I bet he had like the highest drop rate of his career, which it wasn't a problem, but it was fitting. You know what I'm saying? That it was with the Lions. But how many times have they had that guy? And not even that guy. Let's back that up. How many times have they had that team that doesn't make the critical mistake? They always make the critical mistake.
Always. And I think Amon-Ra St. Brown's another guy that has the right mentality, the right approach. And him as a player, that's another guy that, and this is, I got to give more credit to Brad Holmes. We can always find a way to give him credit every single damn show. But with Amon-Ra, to pick him in the 4th round, to understand his mentality, just fits the Lions, man. It really does. And I think he could be a safety blanket this year again for Jared Goff as well as TJ Hawkinson. If the big play's not there, you'll see Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And Ben Sarah says Amon-Ra will get 90-plus balls this year if healthy. Golden Tate 2.0. So then, okay. Again, let's work backwards from that, right? Hawks in a contract year. You drafted Jameson Williams. We don't know when he's going to be jumping in. By the way, you paid DJ Chark $10 million.
You did. He's going to get the football.
So he's good. Yeah, $10 million. And this is another thing, too, about the NFL. Contracts dictate usage, right or wrong. Right. And that's in all sports.
Yeah.
But in the NFL, contracts dictate usage.
You think the Giants want to play Kenny Galladay? They're paying him. He's got to play. Period.
Right.
He's got to get targets.
So you see what I'm saying, though? Like, DJ Chark, are we calling for 100 balls from all three of them? I mean, is this Herman Moore and Brett Perriman, that have a football in the Hall of Fame because 2 receivers caught over 100 balls? I know. I saw the football in the Hall of Fame. 2 receivers catching over 100 passes?
I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to lead the Lions in receiving this year, and that's mainly because of the rapport he built up with Jared Goff at the end 100%. Of last year, and he's going into with Ben Johnson. All that man does is get open and catch passes. I think people underrate just how great he was to end the year. And the last 6 games, he had 51 catches for 560 yards and 5 touchdowns. that is the type of stretch that even Calvin Johnson would be proud of. He was phenomenal, and even though the wide receiver room is a lot more crowded than it was, Amon-Ra St. Brown is still going to get his targets. He's still going to make a lot of plays. I still think he leads the Lions in receptions this year.
There was another thing that intrigued me last week when we were talking. DJ Chark talked about how Ben Johnson has been using him more creatively and using him to, expand his game, which is what he didn't do in Jacksonville. So I'm assuming that's running more intermediate routes and maybe crossing routes, stuff like that, rather than just straight deep shots. So there's definitely going to be a lot of hands are going to need the ball in them this year.
Right.
There's a lot of guys, and this wants to be a run-first team. Dan Campbell has said that a multitude of times. They want this to be a run-first team, so we're going to see who will be the odd man out. But with Amon-Ra being the security blanket, like Sam said, like you guys said, is very good for him, because that's just somebody, if Jared Goff gets in trouble, he knows he has that rapport with Amon-Ra. You can check it down to him.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that's a great question, and I think that's something we'll come back with. But Casey brings up a good question. This is YouTube chat poll worthy. Like I said, you guys can program the show sometimes. You guys know what you want. Casey says, who gets more touchdowns this year, St. Brown or Chark?
That's tough.
Throw it up there.
Amon-Ra.
Throw it up there. Let's see.
I would say with the quarterback we have in Jared Goff, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Even though DJ Chark is that big play receiver, just with the system, and I think Ben Johnson, Sam brought up a great point as well. When did Amon-Ra start playing good down the stretch? When Ben Johnson took over the play calling along with Dan Campbell. They were doing it as a two-man game. So a lot of things to be excited about, but Amon-Ra, I think, will get more touchdowns. I just don't think Jared's going to be airing it out to DJ Chark a lot, but we'll see.
Mark Walston says, lesson here, Neal, win now, pay later. Boom. That's what it is, my friend. Because if you win now and pay later, there's the chance that you can replenish the pay later part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can rerun the pay later through the draft and through your talent evaluation. Don't get caught up. The Giants are caught up, man. They're a non-factor.
Most expensive wide receiving core in the NFL.
The Giants.
The Giants. You look at what
I never knew that.
What Denver has, what Cincinnati has, what Tampa Bay has now with Russell Gage and Julio Jones coming on this year, and it's New York Giants with the most expensive wide receiving core.
And that is incredible. I mean, that's an incredible statement too. And you look at the quarterback that's delivering it.
Yep.
And here, I got another one for you too. Speaking of the Giants, that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase combined are cheaper than Kenny Golladay by about 20%.
God, I would hate my life if I was a Giants fan. Sorry, Maz, but Jesus, man.
And how bad you think that Kenny Golladay was last year, he was worse than that. He was a useless, terrible wide receiver, and it just so happened the Lions were like, bye-bye, we got Amon-Ra for much cheaper instead. Yeah. Man, Brad Holmes.
I love the guy.
It's almost like they're running how a good organization's supposed to be run. Like, it's great to see.
Look at it this way, too, for the Giants, real quick, just to give you some cross-reference of where, let's be real, two bad teams. Lions are bad. The record says they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, that's what they are. That's what we're going off of. Giants, bad team. Giants have, I think, $6.5-ish million in cap space this year. The highest paid quarterback on their roster is Daniel Jones at $8.3 million. How are they going to maneuver to get a good quarterback, even if they wanted one?
With that offensive line, too, Neal.
You see what I'm saying?
What are you selling?
I don't know, man.
To your future quarterback. Good luck with that.
I don't know. I'll tell you about the Sports Marketing Agency. They help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their podcast is called This is the F Word. It's a series on fentanyl and other addictions that, let's be real, are plaguing our communities today. Go to thesportsma.com. If you're struggling, if you know somebody else who's struggling, go to thesportsma.com. The Sports Marketing Agency, they're here to help.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Detroit's downtown summer playground is back. Open all summer long, the Monroe Street Midway. Enjoy roller skating, free Wi-Fi, food trucks, art installations, and so much more. Don't forget to take advantage of the basketball court, putt-putt, and, of course, family programming all summer long. All art installations are done by Detroit artists, and it's a fun, safe event from people 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com.
Make sure you're listening to Woodward Sports all day long. Start your morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Spend middays with Big D Energy. Watch and listen your drive home with the Bottom Line. And don't forget about Woodward Bets Daily. All live, all right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Fowling Warehouse in Hamtramck. You know it. You've heard of it. It's the home of the original football bowling pin game called Fowling. Multiple different ways you can play. They have $12 open unlimited play where you can stay there open until close, have a good time. They also have private lane reservation, $120, 10 to 12 people. You get your own lane. You can bring in any type of food you want if you get thirsty. They have a $2 mystery beer vending machine. Pop in $2, pops you out a good beer. No hassle, no fuss needed. Know what you want to make a decision. They have multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So come on down, check them out in Hamtramck at the Fowling Warehouse, or visit them online at fowlingwarehouse.com. Again, that is fowlingwarehouse.com.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Juicy, Jaffe, Iafrate here in the building. Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter as well. YouTube chat poll, who gets more touchdowns this year? Amon-Ra St. Brown or DJ Chark? 72% of you on the Sun God side right now. I'm surprised that number's that high.
Yeah, a little bit, but not really. Like, my bold prediction was that TJ Hawkinson was going to lead this team in touchdown receptions. But
Are you coming off that now?
No.
Oh, you're in.
I actually agree with Spencer.
I'm in it.
Oh, so you do too.
But between those two,
yeah,
I would go Amon-Ra.
I'm going Amon-Ra as well.
That gets me to thinking. Oh, by the way, coming up in about 10 or 12 minutes, we're going to try some pickle pizza on the air.
So excited.
Oh, Lord.
I'm so excited.
Some pickle pizza. So make sure you stick around for that. It's about 10 minutes away.
Don't worry, Sam. I'll eat your slice too.
Okay, so let's work backwards. You guys know I like to do this from time to time.
Yeah.
Because I know everybody wants... And look, I can be the bad guy. I got broad shoulders. I can take it. Most importantly, my contract's guaranteed.
That's fine.
I can be the bad guy here. And I want everyone to have fun. I want everyone to be happy. But in reality, not everybody can be happy.
Yes.
So you guys made something pop inside my head, as did another one of our YouTube chat people as well. Austin Harris says DJ Chark and St. Brown both break 1,000 yards this year. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then by math, you guys both say Hawk's going to be the dude
in the red zone.
Especially in the red zone.
Yeah. Touchdowns.
Now walk it back.
I said touchdowns. Touchdowns.
Okay. All right. So let's piece this together then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If what you say is true, if Austin Harris's comment in the YouTube chat thread, if what he says is true, they both break 1,000 yards, who's the bust? There's got to be one. Right? I'm not being a jerk. I'm not. Hey, I know it's the first full day of pads, and we're taking the hopium needle. I get all that. Who's the bust? It's got to be one.
Yeah.
Right? There's got to be one.
I say Josh Reynolds gets squeezed out a little bit.
Oh, stop. Stop with that. Look, if you go back to it, because you guys got to remember, DeAndre Swift caught 62 balls last year.
He's going to be involved. Yep.
He's going to be involved.
For sure.
That's the nature of the beast. Josh Reynolds. Come on, Juicy Jeff. So here it is. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, Jamison Williams, TJ Hawkinson. They all can't have 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
But those guys will all be playing.
So math says they're not all going to work out.
Right.
I don't think Hawkinson.
Who's the bust?
I don't think Hawkinson will have 1,000 yards, but I think he'll lead the team in touchdowns.
Okay, so he's 800-ish.
Right. 810, 812.
Okay. So, but I was told that if multiple receivers are getting 1,000 yards, that's at least 8 to 10 touchdowns per guy. If you're getting 1,000 yards, that means you're breaking a play here and there.
Yeah. Well,
now we're at 30 plus touchdowns.
Yeah. No,
okay. Shall we keep going? Who's next? Jamison. We haven't even accounted for Jamison Williams yet.
But he won't be back till
depending on
week 7.
when he comes back.
So who's the bust?
I don't want to label somebody a bust.
Yeah, the thing with the term bust, too, like, you have to look at who's the quarterback, what the offense is going to be as well. Like, this isn't a big play offense right now, as much as I love Jared Goff. I don't think to say you'll have two guys that won't hit 1,000 yards, one of them has to be a bust. I just hate phrasing it like that.
Is bust a bad word?
Bust is a bad
Who's
word.
Disappointing? Who leaves you wanting more at the end of the year? Is that fair? Okay, let me walk it back. Who leaves you wanting more?
I think DJ Chark and Jameson Williams combined for what you would want one of them to be. Like, DJ Chark does it in the first half, and then Jameson Williams does it in the second half when he comes back. So they're both around like 600 yards, something like that, 600, 700 yards.
Pistons fan 11, not having 1,000 yards doesn't make it a bust season automatically. And that, I rephrased. Who will leave you wanting more instead of a bust? Who will disappoint in relative to expectations, I guess, is the way.
And you never know, too. Injuries could be a thing as well. Like if Chark goes down, God forbid, but if Chark goes down or something like that.
Somebody's going to.
Down. Yeah, that's the NFL. So, again, it's a tough one to ask, but for me, you have guys that I'm confident in, which is Amon-Ra St. Brown, TJ Hawkinson. Chark, I'm confident in. I'd like to see him this season. And then Jameson, we won't see till week 7. So those guys are like the solid. You could throw Reynolds, Quintez. Those guys are good too. But to say who will be a bust, it's a good conversation.
Yeah. Scott Klingler says it will be DJ or Hawk. Lewis M says no bust. Goff throws for 7,000 yards. I kid. He did qualify it. Abe DFS docket. Math says Goff is trash and won't be able to feed everyone. And then that does that play a part in it?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the offense. And I want to address people saying Hawk will leave us wanting more. I see a lot of Hawkinson. The thing I don't get with TJ Hawkinson, too, he played his best football. Now, he has to be healthy. Let me say that. That's the number one thing for me with TJ. He played his best football when he had talent at wide receiver, correct?
Yep.
So not only that, he had a repertoire already with Matthew Stafford. Came in with Jared Goff. Double teamed every game when he was healthy last season. This season he'll have more talent around him. You know Goff and him, the chemistry is being built day by day, especially now in training camp. I don't think Hawkinson's going to be a bust. Maybe at the end of the season, in a contract year, you might say we wanted more, but you can't tell me Hawk won't be motivated in a contract year to play his best football.
Absolutely. And more often than not, guys show out.
Absolutely.
Because you're playing. I'm going to say you're playing for your life, but financially, you're playing for the big payoff because that's where it's coming. These are going into your prime years in the NFL right now. That's how it's looking. So, and yeah, I'm surprised too. A lot of Hawkinson talk, and with that contract year, it's a fine line to walk for him. And I know we're going to have this discussion a lot. So I'm not getting into this discussion now because we've had it in the past and we will have it in the future. With that whole contract thing that's coming up right now, you got to keep your eyes on that because you're talking about a big financial investment at the tight end spot where the rising tide of wide receiver lifts all ships in the tight end game.
Right, especially this year. There's going to be a microscope on top of TJ this year because this year is going to help, me especially determine whether or not the line should pay him. Like if he comes out and doesn't have a great year, how do I make the case, Neal, to pay TJ? Considering he hasn't been healthy, and if he's healthy this season and is disappointing, it's hard to pitch a case. But I have confidence. I think he'll play well. I don't think he'll be the one that, out of all the receivers, he'll be a bust. I mean, if you look at the offense, they're going to running the football. TJ Hawkinson is another security blanket, safety blanket that for Jared Goff. I don't think he'll have a bad year. I can't get behind that. But I do get the, people questioning the ability to go and pay TJ. I get that. I really do.
Bradley
it's a big year for him.
Bradley K says on our YouTube chat thread, LOL, at this rate, Goff's stat line will be 4,600 yards and 41 touchdowns. You see, but that's why I do this exercise. That's why I like to do this. Ben Sarah says, I've been saying it for months. Goff will get 4,300 plus, 35 plus, 10 interceptions, and a 68% completion percentage. That's Pro Bowl. That's MVP. Yeah. That's MVP discussion.
If he does that, the Lions are winning the division. I mean, honestly, especially if
they are going to the playoffs, no question.
That would be the best year of his career. That would be better than even he had in 2018 with the Rams. And that's The problem with this wide receiver room being so crowded is there is only one ball. But I could see a scenario where some people maybe don't get the individual numbers that you want, but they're valuable and make plays and they kind of take turns. I still think Amon-Ra is going to show out, but Jamison Williams might be hurt. DJ Chark might only get a couple of balls a game, but they're like a 3rd and 11.
30 yards per catch.
Yeah, like 17-yard catch. And TJ Hawkinson, he might get like 3 receptions in a game, but for 32 yards and a touchdown. So I think there's a lot of value in even just spreading the ball around. And maybe if their numbers aren't what you expect, they're still valuable, and this offense could still be very good. I definitely don't see 35 touchdowns and 10 picks for Jared Goff, though. That would be like outer space, best year of his career.
Right, but these are the numbers when we start working backwards. That's what this points to. Like we all can't have it every single way. It is amazing, though. People seem very down on DJ Chark, don't they? For as celebrated as the signing was, when you put him in the mix and you put him through all these discussions, people do seem down on him to a degree in relation to St. Brown and everybody else.
And that's why he got the 1 year to prove it. And I think with
show
us, and it's the ability to stay healthy. I'm curious to see the rapport with him and Jared Goff, because he's a big play receiver. Is Jared Goff a big play quarterback? That's what I'm looking for. You know, how does DJ Chark affect this offense? I think he'll do it well, but again, it's like what Spencer hit on earlier. Ben Johnson utilizing him in different ways. That's how you're going to get a lot out of DJ Chark. It's not big plays down the field because it's a weird fit with Jared Goff. It is.
I think Dad with Tourette's has this laid down the best. Go bet the under for the Lions win total, hope for more, and enjoy the season. LOL.
That's all it is.
Maybe we could just put that on a loop and run that through the football season. Yeah, that's absolutely what you do. Softcast says the 95 Lions had 2 guys over 1,500 yards, another with almost 700, and Barry had close to 500. Right, and that was a year that Scott Mitchell should have went to the Pro Bowl. Mm-hmm. Go look at those numbers that Steve Young got in the Pro Bowl with that year. I had to do a project for the Free Press on it.
Oh, I know. Scott Mitchell was amazing that year. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the league for just that year, and they kind of aired the ball out. He's better in that season than Jared Goff will be this season, and he's ever been for a season. Scott Mitchell was a stud in 95.
Absolutely. We got a stud in the pizza game. Chubby Charlie's has brought in pickle pizza.
Smells delicious.
We're going to crack that thing up. I've never had it before. I'm excited. The reputation of the pickle pizza. I've been told Chubby's Charlie is it when it comes to the pickle pizza. We'll be the judge of that. Juicy Jaffe, you have luxurious hair. I know you have the hat on today.
I do.
But hey, if we're going to talk about hair, Juicy Jaffe is the guy to talk about hair.
Oh, absolutely. And if you want to go get your hair done, come to Lady Jane's, because Lady Jane's, they have award-winning haircut experience. You can register for once in a lifetime opportunity to win the car of your dreams from Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac. Lady Jane's haircuts for men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. No appointment necessary. It's wicked awesome.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Neal Ruhl here for oddstrader.com, the #1 site for all of your game day betting activity. Play-by-play updates, live scores, and probably the most important feature of all this, guys, the best price from every game from all the multiple sports books that are available in Michigan. Don't give your money away, guys. If you got a game you like, use a sports book with the best price. That's math. Duh, seems pretty easy. oddstrader.com, that's the play. Go there right now for your best bet. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Jeff Iafrate. We got Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter here in the building, pulling up on the second hour of the show. And our YouTube chat thread, Sir Richard said Scott Mitchell has never been a stud. That year he was. He got snubbed out of the Pro Bowl. Go look it up. Compare his stats with Steve Young's, and you'll know. So just right there, I'll cut you off. He was good that 1 year. It was just that 1 year. But something that's good all the time, we have our guy, the founder and CEO of Chubby Charlie's Pizza, Lou Nestorovsky, here in the building. They're coming on board as a new client here at Woodward Sports. And Lou, we appreciate you coming through. We appreciate you bringing some of the world-famous pickle pizza. And the thing, Lou, that pops into my mind about that, how did that come to be? Take me through the process of the pickle pizza.
Well, back in 2018, we had a customer send us a link to somebody in Rhode Island had a pickle pizza. So they said, why don't you guys try to make something like that? So I got my son to start working on it, and he created this one. And as soon as we debuted it, it was a hit.
So, and hey, man, play the hits,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah,
exactly how it works. He is the founder and CEO of Chubby Charlie's Pizza. Lou Nestorovsky here in studio. They have 4 locations: Waterford, Clarkston, Shelby Township, and Roseville. Coming soon, Sterling Heights, repping on the east side at 15 and Van Dyke. They make the pickle pizza, and that is what they are known for. That's what they're famous for. What about that, Lou? Because when you come up with a hit in the pizza game, look, people have been making pizza for years, and there's been hundreds and thousands of places that have done it. When you stumble across something new that's a hit, to me, that's almost like creating fire, man.
Right, exactly. It is. And we were an unknown brand at the time, and that really put us on the map. So it helped us a lot.
Now, and so look, we're talking about the pickle pizza, which we're going to try in a couple of minutes. What else is the hook there with Chubby Charlie's, Lou? What else are you guys deep in the streets with?
Well, we got strombolis, we got calzones, we got awesome pasta dinners too. So, and everything is fresh. All our products are cut daily. Everything's made daily. Dough. We use the top line mozzarella cheese, so everything's delicious.
They're not bringing you the dough already made and all that kind of stuff that
no.
the chains do. You're not doing all that. They're making it there in-house at Chubby Charlie's, 4 locations: Waterford, Clarkston, Shelby Township, and Roseville. Well, Lou, we got to do what we came here to do, because when the people here at Woodward said this was how we were going to do this, I got excited. I have never had a pickle pizza. So, I know that we're going to do this right now. Everybody here at Woodward, we're gonna taste the goods, and we're gonna see what it's about.
And Neal, I'm Italian. The 2-piece for me: pizza and pasta. I am excited to try this. I'm a pizza connoisseur.
Can we get that? Can we get that on the camera? Because people on the YouTube chat thread want to see what it looks like right there.
It smells delicious.
We'll bring it to Neal's head. Get a nice.
All right, there we go. Yeah. Oh, there it is. All right, I'm going in with this, man. So here we are. We got the pickle pizza here from Chubby Charlie's.
Ooh,
Lou, kind enough to bring some. It's right here, boys. There, guys and girls. Here it is. The pickle pizza.
Oh my Lord.
There it is. We're doing this right now, and I don't know what to expect. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know what to expect. Pickle pizza. When I hear it, I don't know. I'll try it, but I don't know.
Right.
But let's see.
Stick, let me get a slice.
Oh, yeah, you got to get Spencer a slice. Yeah, you got to give Spencer a half a rack on it. All right, guys, here we go.
Oh, the deep dish, boy.
It's a pickle pizza.
This smells so good.
Oh, yeah. This is the best. I never tried pickle pizza.
This is a hitter.
I'm not even a big pickle guy, and this is delicious.
I'm a big pickle guy.
Oh, I know you are, Spencer.
Spencer is.
Wow.
I like this, man.
This is incredible.
And Lou, look, I like it. Oh, thank you.
Full service.
Well, my agent says that, you have to provide that service.
Look at me. I'm
Lou, I'm going to tell you this, man.
You're a talent, Jeff. You're a talent.
And I'll be honest with everybody.
I love it.
And as I said, I've never told a lie on this microphone before.
Never.
I didn't think it was going to work. For real.
Yeah.
Lou, I didn't think it was going to work. Here's the deal. And this is Pizza Elite. I worked in pizza places growing up when I was a kid. The cheese. The cheese sets the pickle off. Am I right? Am I full of crap here? Am I right or no?
Yep.
The mozzarella, man. Guys, this is elite pizza stuff, elite pizza talk that Lou and I are doing right now. The mozzarella cheese against the pickle.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, absolutely.
The deep dish is crazy.
That's why
So
it works. I'm being serious.
Yeah, this is the Penei Sewell of pizzas.
Yeah, Izzy. There's pickle on the pizza, and that's it. They have the pickle. They have the fresh mozzarella. There's what's the seasoning you guys have in
It's
here?
a creamy garlic sauce that we use as a base, and there's dill weed sprinkled over the top.
Yep, that's what it is. Casey wants to know what kind of pickles on the YouTube chat thread.
Dill pickles.
Dill
Sliced
pickles.
Dill pickles.
Yeah. So there it is. Yeah. Score, Mr. Smoky Hog 777. Score it 1 to 10. That's somebody else's bit. I'll give it a grade. I will give it a grade. As far as a pickle pizza goes, it's 1,000 because I've never had pickle pizza,
That's
so
it right
obviously
there.
this is good.
Yeah.
But here's where it is. It's the elite of it. The way that the pickle dances off the cheese is a very good taste. And look, you said you're not a pickle guy. You're already all 3/4 of the way through it. That tells you all you need to know. I don't have to give things a score.
I'm on slice number 2.
Yeah. Well, that's not a true test, Lou, with all due respect. That's not it. Spencer, he'll smash that whole thing.
I will.
The guy who's not a pickle guy,
Pizza guy.
who's
Pizza
3/4 of the way through the slice already. I've been talking. I'm going back in here. The crunch here.
And I'm always trying new pizza is the best thing for me, especially I'm a pizza connoisseur. And the minute I put this and I tried it, the pickle pizza,
the crunch
everything
of
I
this.
expected and more. They did a phenomenal job. Like this is delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sean
You really
Sprexel
did.
on our YouTube chat thread, Lou. Pickle pizzas are amazing. Has to be dill pickles.
Yeah, I never tried it.
Have to be dill.
Yeah. The crunch of the pickle. Look, as I've gotten older and my palate's become a little more sophisticated, I have become more about texture and more, the way the cheese balances off with the pickle and things like that. It checks all the boxes, Lou. It does, man. Well done, man.
It's absolutely
Thank you.
Yeah. Well done, man. Absolutely well done. Chubby Charlie's, again, new partner here at Woodward, 4 locations as well.
If people online right now comment Chubby, we're going to give away a $50 gift card.
Absolutely. There you go.
You heard that.
$50 gift card to Chubby Charlie's Pizza. Comment Chubby in the YouTube chat thread right now. We'll take the 4th one. We'll take the 4th one. 4th person to comment on the YouTube chat thread,
You're
Chubby
gonna want
Charlie's
this.
Pizza, $50 gift card. You can even take Spencer out to eat with the $50 gift card.
For sure.
There won't be much left for you.
Yeah, right.
But, you can get a little something
I
out
can
there.
easily eat a whole one of these.
Absolutely. Doughboy Steve's pickles got a crunch. Right, exactly. Whoa, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4th one?
4th one.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rake.
Oh, a staple.
Yep. Shout out Rake. He is the 4th person to enter Chubby, so he gets that $50 gift card. Congratulations.
Absolutely. We got to reach out. Give him an email.
Tell them to email me.
Stick@woodwardsports.com.
Yep.
Stick@woodwardsports.com. Rick, you send an email to Stick, and he'll get you coordinated and get you that $50 gift card to Chubby's Charlie Pizza. 4 locations: Waterford, Clarkston, Shelby Township, and Roseville. Coming soon to Sterling Heights.
Wow.
15 mile east of Van Dyke. Well done, guy. I'm telling pizza elite people. If you understand the cheese.
I mean, listen, my Nona makes homemade pizza. This is absolutely delicious.
His Nona.
My Nona. I am about it, the pizza life. And pasta.
Cheese. Their cheese is different, dude.
This cheese is different. That's the first thing I noticed.
The cheese is different, man. That's what it is.
Can I get another one?
Deep dish or round?
Round.
We got to watch a Lions game and order some pickle
I'm
pizza.
a round pizza guy.
This is it.
Yeah. John Martin says I was first. Yep, I know. We told you we were taking the 5th. Dad with Tourette's, the 3rd person spelled Chubby's wrong. I call him on that. And here's a testimony, too, Lou. The guy that won the gift card says, I don't live close to one, but I'm going to make the drive.
Awesome.
So there it
Thank
is,
you.
man. And yeah, Chubby's Charlie Pizza. Out of curiosity, welcome to Woodward Sports, by the way.
Thank you.
You do things
Thanks
the
for
right
having
way.
us.
I will say that. What drew you to Woodward? What drew you guys to Woodward?
Well, I knew Joey, and we thought we'd, try it out, see how it goes. So
Absolutely.
And we thank you.
Yeah,
we thank you.
Well, I'll tell you how it's going so far. It's going well because the pickle pizza's a hitter. Lou Nestorovsky, the founder and CEO of Chubby's Charlie's Pizza. Give them a spin, guys. Support the network. Support the companies that support the network. And Get the pickle pizza. You will not be disappointed with it. Lou, appreciate you guys coming out.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Lou Nestorovsky, founder and CEO of Chubby Charlie's Pizza, new friend of Woodward Sports. So make your way out to it. And look, I'm gonna multi-purpose here. I'm going to enjoy my pickle pizza and tell you about Cintron, the official energy drink of the Red Wings. Cintron's combined all 3 of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. Try Cintron's great tasting cranberry, classic, and sugar-free all in one pack. No word if they're going to get a pickle pizza flavored Cintron. They should probably try it out, though. It would probably be a hitter. Pre-order your Cintron 6-pack sampler box today at CintronWorld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Cintron, and let's go Red Wings.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Neal Ruhl here for the Monroe Street Midway all summer long. The Monroe Street Midway is open in downtown Detroit. Enjoy basketball, roller skating, mini golf, art, live music, food trucks, and more. They need some Chubby Charlie's pickle pizza out there.
Facts.
Also, a fun, safe event for everyone, ages 1 to 100. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com. Again, deckedoutdetroit.com for more information. The Monroe Street Midway. Hey, just having some pickle pizza, everybody. Talking Detroit sports as well. And AC says, next time I'm in the area, I got to try Chubby Charlie's Pizza. You do. Get the pickle pizza, man. A little pickle seed right there on the desk. How about that? That's how you know. That's how you know it's legit, everybody.
Yeah.
When you get a pickle seed on the desk.
Oh, it got real.
You know your pickle pizza experience was authentic. So, yeah, man, give them a spin. Absolutely. 9-drink spicy dill would be fire.
Yeah, Epic says Chubby Charlie's is where my next Michigan meal is going to be.
So, there it is.
I echo that.
I appreciate you guys, too, supporting the companies that support Woodward Sports. You know,
that's big time.
On the real. That is very cool. You know, we got to talking about the Detroit Lions, and we're kind of working backwards from all the grandiose statements that everybody's making about the offense and what they're doing and stuff like that. Here's a critical question that is very concerning. And good on Spencer Raxter for thinking through this one and bringing it to the forefront. So Will Harris and Melifonwu are swapping positions.
Yep. If he's going to safety, Will Harris is going to corner.
Is that a red flag to anybody? And look, to me, I want to say yes, but I'm not talking like DEFCON 5 red flag or anything like that. As much as I talk about Penei Sewell and dudes and the flip that the receiver room has made and the offensive line's an elite line, you can't fix everything in 2 drafts.
Right.
When you're as bereft of talent as the Lions were, you can't fix everything in 2 drafts. But through that, are you guys concerned about that? When we start talking about safety, switching with corners, because here's my thought on it, and I've always said this, Jaffe. If you have 2 of something, you have 0 of something.
Right. And that's true. And I think you saying you can't fix everything in 2 drafts, but great coaching can make players even better. And that's why I have so much faith in Aaron Glenn. We talk about our faith in Brad Holmes. I don't question what Aaron Glenn's going to do. And I get it's early in this regime, but with Aaron Glenn, the man he is, and listen, last season, the Lions already ranked 31st in points allowed, so it's not like we can get any worse. And Iffy, as well as Will Harris, they were utilized in a lot of different positions last year as well. So this move doesn't surprise me. Dan Campbell said it best. Iffy is a little bit more in play with both spots. We certainly would like to come out of this camp and see if Iffy can play some safety. Essentially, we're just trying to find the best fit for our guys, and that's it right there. They're experimenting, and I don't have a problem with it because of who's making these decisions.
Right, and that's a very Neal-esque answer right there. You go to the top on it. But for Melifonwu, he was somebody. You see him contribute, right?
Yes.
Like we've seen him contribute. Good, I think, is strong or whatever like that. But he does contribute. Like he participates.
Absolutely.
However, is it more of an indictment on Harris? And Harris is getting a lot of slings and arrows right now in the YouTube chat thread. Is that what it is, Spence? Is that like an indictment on Harris? Is it an indictment on the quantity or lack of quantity of talent they have? What is it?
I think it is an indictment on Harris. I think Harris played poorly at the safety position, so they're trying to move him around. They moved him to corner, and he played pretty well when he was at corner. So I think I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe the depth factor they're looking into, because after Tracy Walker, you don't have much behind him. Deshaun Elliott goes. You brought in Kirby Joseph, who people have high hopes for, but he is a rookie. Deshaun Elliott, we know, has had injury problems in the past. So, like you said, if he played well when we saw him out there at corner, so if they think he can play better at safety,
it's worth a shot.
It's worth a shot. Definitely. And I think it is an indictment on Will Harris just because he was not good when he was playing safety. That's just being honest. He was not good.
No, you're right. He wasn't. And I think that's also a positive thing, because instead of, they're finding what works for these players. They care about their players, you could say, unlike Tyrell Crosby said recently. But yeah, I think this is more an indictment on Will Harris. Absolutely. I think Iffy is more versatile. I think they're high on Iffy as well, and he's fast, man. I think he's going to play fine at either position. I'm not too worried about it.
And just kind of scanning Twitter as we do the show, because I like to get the thoughts of the people. That's why I work you guys into the chat thread. You guys follow this stuff just as closely as anybody else does. You guys have good opinions, some not good opinions. But, hey, we keep Sam Flannel on, too. But
it's got more good than bad.
I just saw this tweet, and I literally just saw it now on the screen in front of me, and it made me think. If Will Harris just moved from safety and he's legitimately competing with Jeff Okudah for a spot, ...
Yeah.
I won't say the second part of that tweet, but I think you guys can figure out what it says.
I was thinking about this question too, Neal. If Amani Oruwariye goes down for whatever reason, we're screwed.
Seatbelt's out. Jerry Jacobs is out for at least a couple games.
Dude, even last year, Jerry Jacobs played well, A.J. Parker, a lot of serviceable guys. But if Oruwariye goes down, talk about depth at different positions. That's secondary, especially the quarterbacks. It's scary.
We did add Mike Hughes, who he was pretty bad last year on a bad secondary in Kansas City. So it's not much, but it is a guy who's played. He's played the game before. He's played professionally at corner. So that's a depth piece. Again, Iffy, you can bring him back to play. It's not like if he starts as a safety, he's there forever. If somebody goes down, he can come in and play corner. Will Harris is there. I'm confident with Aubrey Pleasant and Aaron Glenn. We saw what they did when they brought in undrafted free agents, guys off the couch who came in here. Jerry Jacobs performed well. Iffy, when he played, performed well. They brought in rookies, even undrafted guys, made them starters. So I think he can make Okudah a force with seeing what they did last year, or at least serviceable. Seeing what they did last year with these guys who didn't have as much talent as Okudah coming out of college. I think they should. I'm confident that they can make Okudah something.
Yeah, me too.
Let me interrupt this discussion right now to address Izzy in our YouTube chat thread, who said candy corn pizza would be amazing.
Oh my God.
No, Izzy, it would not be amazing. As a matter of fact, I think that you even bringing that
blasphemous.
Absolutely, Stephen A. That does not belong in this show. That does not belong as a part of this Woodward Sports Network, and I can't stand by and take that, Izzy. You're a valued contributor to this show, except for that last comment. Holds no value. It should never be repeated. And no, it would not be, quote, amazing. It would be the opposite of amazing.
Be abysmal.
It would be the worst thing that's ever happened in the history of mankind.
That Chubby Charlie's pickle pizza, that's up there with the best pizzas I've ever had. It
says a lot.
It's fire. Euro pizza in East Lansing, in Jordan, Euro pizza. It's got the Euro meat, tzatziki, slice of tomato.
Yeah.
So good. Oh my god. I would drive to East Lansing just to get that.
Well, going back to Chubb, again, I know I'm going pizza elite. The cheese, man. That cheese would be phenomenal.
You're spot on.
On any pizza you want. Pickled pizza was good, dude.
When I went to New York, I tried, because I had to have some pizza in New York. $5 pizza. You get it from the shop where there's sweat on the most dirtiest place. But that pizza's delicious.
So
you gotta go to those spots in New York. And to have Chubby Charlie's, it was delicious.
We have a special guest tapping in live from Oakland Hills Golf Course.
Oakland Hills.
The big timer, Darren McCarty.
The man, the myth.
Joining the show live from Oakland Hills. Look at this guy.
D-Mac, come on, man. Oakland Hills.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, D-Mac?
He's ready to go.
He's ready to go. I can see that.
And he's styling, too.
Apparently,
apparently he can't hear us.
Apparently, D-Mac does not have the audio connection right now.
Well,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because he's at Oakland Hills. I'm actually supposed to play later on this afternoon, and the weather's concerning me there over his shoulder.
It does look pretty rough.
Oh yeah. This reminds you of thanks, Ollie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're waiting for me to talk or whatever like that, but I can't hear you. But we're having a great day out here at Oakland Hills.
Let's go.
All right, well, that was Darren McCarty.
It's like checking in with Darren McCarty. Having a great time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Darren.
How would he not be? Oh, man. Mike G, rule breaker. Would you let Jeff Face serve pickle pizza at your next two-furnace estate party?
He can hear us now.
All right, we got D-Mac now back at Oakland Hills. There he is. What's up, D-Mac?
Yeah, absolutely Oakland Hills today. Out here for the American Cancer Society event. Braylon Edwards is ahead of us. He must be hitting it really good because we can't catch him. So I'm out here today with my boy Nick and Matt and Frank Zomba, Super Bowl champion. Yes, Green Bay Packers and ended his career in Kansas City. So we're having a great day out here today. Wanted to introduce you. This is the first sort of inception of Where's D-Mac? So I thank Maddie, who's holding the camera right here, right? Shake it, Maddie, yeah, absolutely. And Raj, who's our man of jack of all trades, is out here. So we got some video. Neal, I just want to let you know, making some putts, bud, making some putts. So it's coming along. How's things back? Juicy, you're doing a heck of a job. How are things back there with you guys?
Thank you, D-Mac.
Juicy Jeff Face just sitting here, being luxurious with the hair and everything like that, But we're talking to D-Mac. He's at Oakland Hills today for the American Cancer Society golf outing. And D-Mac, here's the deal, man. How's the weather out there? I'm supposed to play later. It's not raining or anything, is it?
Coming along. How's things back? Juicy, you're doing a heck of a job. How are things back there with you guys?
Thank you, D-Mac.
Juicy Jeff Face just sitting here, being luxurious with the hair and
everything
like that.
Little audio delay.
He's at Oakland Hills today for the American Cancer Society golf outing.
It's like CNN.
Well, listen, Neal, I can only control when I'm on the golf course, and it's not going to rain while I'm playing. You might be in a little bit of trouble, but that's just my professional opinion right now. We're hoping to get this one in. If not, there'll be golf to be played tomorrow.
All right.
Let's go.
Well, D-Mac, we'll let you run, man. I know you're up on the tee right there. Keep hitting them straight.
Right,
keep
boys,
making the putts, brother.
Again, tomorrow we're going to be in a different location, but we'll see you guys back there on Wednesday. But where's D-Mac today? Oakland Hills, baby. North Course. Let's go. Big D Energy. Darren McCarty reporting. Live from Oakland Hills.
I love that, man.
Man, every time I think I've arrived, right? Like, I get to do something cool or go somewhere cool, We got to check in with the Where's D-Mac.
Yep.
Funny how I never get that invite to Oakland Hills.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Hey, D-Mac missed out on the pickle pizza, so.
You know what, Spence? That's why I roll with you.
Yeah.
Because that is true.
We got you, Neal.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Ha ha, D-Mac. How's that one taste, brother? You don't know how it tastes because you didn't get pickled pizza from Chubby Charlie's. We did here. You did not. So you know what? Have fun at Oakland Hills. Have fun. Hey, we'll check in tomorrow for Where's D-Mac. I'm sure it's going to be somewhere cool again. But whatever, man. Maybe we'll have some leftover pickle pizza.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll still be taking the dub.
If he's lucky.
Not with Penei around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back there. I'm gonna put down a couple more slices.
There ain't gonna be no pickle pizza left. Yeah, man, we'll get Where's D-Mac again tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some of the audio issues handled.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was in Fallujah for CNN reporting. You know,
No,
he was literally down the street from here. But we'll get that handled. We certainly will. Hey. I know the folks at Guardian Alarm, they'll never drop the ball.
Oh, never, ever. And Guardian Alarm, they keep you safe and give you a peace of mind, whether you're at home or whether you're on the road. They're 24/7 local monitoring. Make sure what's important to you is safe. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT for peace of mind. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. And right now, let them know your friends at Woodward Sports sent you.
Stay out if you don't like pickle pizza.
Stay the hell out.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Hello there. It's your friend Jeff Iafrate, and let me tell you about our friends at Big Frog. Get a free Woodward Sports t-shirt. That's right, a free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Novi. Just stop in, tell them we sent you, and they will print one out for you on the spot. So go to Big Frog in Novi today, get your free t-shirt, or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Jeff, it's your friend, Jeff Iafrate.
Howdy.
How are you doing?
Dude, that was awesome.
Oh, didn't see you there.
I was just here styling my hair. I didn't see you there. Jeff Iafrate for Big Frog. Your friend Jeff Iafrate here. My name is Neal Ruhl. D-Mac over at Oakland Hills, apparently. I keep my undefeated streak of never getting those invites. Every time you think you're getting somewhere, Sam Flannel, you're not. Just remember that.
Oh, I feel that every single day. Just stuck in neutral, stuck in. I'm kidding. I love it here at Woodward Sports. I love working with you guys.
Well, just wait till November, Sam.
Hey,
I kid.
We're ascending. We're all ascending as one together.
I love you, Sam.
Love you too.
Yeah. There will be, and guys, stop. There will be no candy corn pizza. There will be no cream of wheat pizza. There will be none of that. Like, I didn't know you guys were going to do this, right? Like, I knew. Like, you guys, look, you guys are valuable. You program the show some of the time as well. But you're also predictable to some degree. And I knew that they were going to start this when the candy corn pizza started. Then you knew the cream of wheat pizza was going to be close behind.
Yep.
You knew it was going to be there. And guess what? We're not going for any of it. All right? We're not doing it. So, never. Never, ever, never, ever, ever, ever. Unless there's a lot of money for charity.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So, hey, that's what it is. So, D. Smitty, just wrapping up the Lions discussion. D. Smitty says the Lions didn't get their first win until Anthony Lynn was relieved of his duties. And we talked about that, I think it was on Friday's show.
We did.
Where I was impressed by a young coach seeing that a move had to be made. And, that was something that's encouraging, right? So now we have to take that next step as far as the in-game coaching does. And, really see where everything is at with that. And, we're talking about, and let's weave all this in. Let's bring this all to a head here, because I think this is important as far as this Lions team is concerned. We've talked about there could be as many as 6 receivers with 1,000 yards receiving this year. We talked about that. Guys that are flip-flopping positions. The Lions' offensive line is an elite unit.
Right.
Penei Sewell, if you missed it in the first hour, the NFL should save themselves some money at the Hall of Fame and just buy his gold jacket now for Penei Sewell. That way you stay ahead of inflation and all that kind of stuff. Who knows what those materials will cost in 12 years, plus his mandatory wait time. But I do want to bring this softcast. Candy corn pizza is a real thing. It's all over the internet. I know softcast.
Keep it on the internet.
But that's where it's going to stay.
It's like Tide Pod pizza is a thing too. Nobody's going to eat that.
No one's eating that.
Strawberry
Certainly no
pizza?
one. Yeah, no one in this studio. It's not happening. Okay, so I'm aware that it's all over the internet. That's never in the studio. I promise you that.
Somebody gives me $100 in the chat. I'll try a piece of candy corn pizza.
Would you dip it in hot dog water?
What?
But someone just suggested with hot dog water garlic sauce on the side.
No.
That's
another 100 on top.
That's a tip included.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Sam, he's money with the drops, man. He is Steph Curry from deep with the drops. I can't lie about that.
All right, everybody, let's get the train back on the tracks, okay? Let's get to this point here. No, but seriously, I do want to wrap it all up together here, because through everything that we've talked about, for those things to happen, for some guys not to get theirs in terms of the football, for some guys being asked to switch positions in terms of maybe they're a better fit somewhere versus the position they feel they were drafted at, that they've played all their life at a very high level in college, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Through all that, it says that the culture's good. As good as a culture can be on a 3-13-1 team.
Right.
But what's the line? Right? Like, we can do this now because we're in training camp. We can do this now because it's a preseason. We can do this now because everyone's on the hopium. But if you roll out and you're 1-5, you know what I'm saying? Like, through all this, and look, all we're looking for is improvement, I think.
That's it.
Some people are expecting playoffs. No one's expecting a Super Bowl. But I think all fans, everybody is expecting improvement. I think that. But Juicy J, how much can culture take if you're coming off a 3-13-1 season? Say you're 1-4. Say you're 1-5. Does that tune change? Because to some degree it will.
Yeah, no, it will. And I think one thing we can give Dan, or one of multiple things we can credit Dan for, is last year, the players not quitting on him, despite not having a win until December and only finishing the season with 3 wins. That's what I can give him credit for. But to your point, Neal, like, if you start this season off, and I think a minimum they have to be 2-3 through 5 games. If you're 2-3, that'll put you right where we think they will be, which is in the ballpark of 7 to 9 wins. If you start off 1-4 or 1-5, and you get 3 out of the first 4 games at home, whatever it is, players, that's what I'm worried about. Not when do they buy out? When do they tune out Dan Campbell? Because Matt Patricia, I mean, you could talk all you want, 4-7 in his final year, he was fired because players tuned him out, and there was no message being sent. With Dan, there is, but if they keep losing. But that's the Joe. It's like Joe Judge. We all remember the video in camp when he recovered the fumble in the mud in training camp, and all the players got hype, and it was like, yeah, Joe Judge is a player's coach.
Didn't help.
But he don't win. So it goes both ways. You can instill culture, which I love what Dan is doing, but you got to win. Period. Point blank.
Yeah, and that's where Squish A1 says, ask the Bengals that question. Right, and their culture was great. Because they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They won games. They're looking pretty good financially as well for the next couple of years. And I will say this. We're just kind of speaking 30,000 feet. We'll get into the nuts and the bolts. We got a lot of time to talk about all of it. But I will say this, because Jeff's comments got me to thinking. So I busted open the schedule. I don't have it memorized as of yet. But, man, you bring up a good point, man. You got 3 of the first 4 at home. You know, including games against Washington at home, Seattle at home. You're at Minnesota. Obviously, you open the season with the Eagles coming in. If you're 1-3 and you got to go to New England and Dallas, you see what I'm saying, man?
Might be 1-7.
Business picks up right out of the gate. So these things about, you know, culture and all that kind of stuff, that's cool. It's fine. It's fun. But through all that, you do, as you said, man, you do have to win. And the comment on the YouTube chat thread, ask the Bengals that question. They won. Culture's great.
Yeah. So the schedule, first 4 weeks, you got Eagles at home, Commanders at home, Vikings on the road, Seahawks at home.
Got to be 2-2 minimum.
And then you go to Foxborough and to Jerry's World. So
you got to be 2-2.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, do people at Sam Flannel, you're a legend killer. Legend
killer.
Do people realize that, do you think? That's a huge start, man. Those first 4 games are large.
Oh, it's massive. I'm worried. I don't think it's going to happen, but what if they lose their first 2 at home to Philadelphia and Washington? I'm not trying to speak that into existence. I think at that point it's full on SOL panic. And even if they, go 1-3 or like 1-3, that would be just,
it's still,
I wouldn't say a disaster, but I think 0-2, first 2 games at home, complete disaster. And I think at that point, a guy like Dan Campbell will be on his honeymoon stage, which he is still very much in. I hear all you guys. It would be over.
But see, like that, and I know we're taking the needle right now. I know that. I get that. Like, we're in the preseason first full day of pads. But I'm programmed this way as a Lions fan, like a lot of us are. But I always have to, I don't want to say dwell on it, but I have to be mindful of it.
For sure.
Be prepared.
Be prepared, right? Be prepared, because if they are 1-3 and you're going to New England and you're going to Dallas, it ain't looking good. And then when you come back home, by the way, you got Miami and you got Green Bay coming back. You see what I was told, though. Like, this schedule is easy. This schedule is so manageable. There's some pitfalls there.
Yeah, it's easy. They do based on last year. A lot of these teams got better as well. And I think Sam made a great point. If you start off 0-2, it is SOL discussion. Because you have to win one of those 2 games, the first 2 games of the season. If you lose to the Eagles, which I think they will,
yes.
I don't think they'll beat the Eagles. But the Commanders, like, and they're a formidable team. But you have to win, especially early. And now, mind you, we're not idiots. Like, you could still start the season 1-4, but end 7-10. But what a start, Neal! Like, to keep these players bought in. If you're 1-4, I would love to say guys are still going to root for Dan Campbell, especially. But us, the media, and talking about it, that's not a good look.
Well, the reason I say that too is because I don't think that they will go 0-2. That's why I think it would be such a disaster if they did, considering the schedule. And you know how hype it is going to be at Ford Field, at the Tin Roof for those first 2 weeks, particularly week 1. If there's like a disappointment, if there's the air let out of the balloon with 2 losses, it would just be a disaster. But like I said, I don't think it's going to happen, but this is the Detroit Lions. I hate to bring that up. They have disappointed us more times than we can ever count.
I have them losing week 1. People say it's a winnable game against the Eagles. I don't like... Yeah, it's possible that but the Eagles put up 40 on us last year, and they added A.J. Brown.
Yeah, better.
And they added A.J. Brown. Like, it's going to be a tough game to win, even with a fully healthy squad. But I think we can beat the Commanders.
Can I ask you guys, what would the situation look like where you hit the panic button on Dan Campbell this year? Like, what would have to be the record early on in the season where you start hitting that panic button? Like, I might need to eject.
Pistons Fan 11 brings up a good point. Depends on how you lose, too. Certainly, it depends on how. But, let's just say they're run-of-the-mill NFL games.
I don't really agree with that either. Last year, they had a lot of close games. Does anybody remember it? They won 3 games. Like, we could talk about, they almost had this game, but nobody cares.
They got cooked a lot, too.
They got cooked a lot. So, it depends.
And look, KFM says, okay, now change it up. How do you feel if you start 2-0? I'm still cautious. But KFM, that proves my point, though. You can only lose in this scenario. You can't win, because even if you are 2-0, you're still kind of hanging back, and you're kind of waiting to see, all right, well, let's go beat somebody on the road and see, and see how good this team is. Those are the checkpoints. When you're 3-13-1, you have to have checkpoints, man. That's just the way that it is.
I mean, just like quickly, I think it would be a big deal if they beat Philadelphia, especially what happened to them last year. I don't think it would be like too much caution if they were 2-0, including a win against the Eagles. That would be huge. I know, Spencer, you don't expect them to beat them. Jeff, you don't either. That would actually, to
huge.
me, that would be massive. I don't think it would just be like...
It's a playoff team.
Absolutely.
I would panic if they lost to the Seahawks, because the Seahawks are going to be the worst team in the NFL this year.
Man, Drew Lock beats you.
Now I feel bad I did this.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to tell everybody about Big Boy to make them feel better. Ciabatta, summer salads, hand dip shakes, all of it is at Big Boy. Try the chicken club, chicken cordon bleu, or the banger, the sunrise ham and cheddar. It's really good. I don't know. They should try a pickle pizza. Well, no, because they won't be on Chubby Charlie's level for a pickle pizza. But I'll still get the sunrise ham and cheddar, though, on a ciabatta, because that's a banger at Big Boy. Or keep it light with a Michigan apple salad, chicken Caesar salad, or a Greek salad. And don't forget, at the end, that's where the payoff comes, everyone. Hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. Who says no? Nobody. That's who. Because you heard it here first. Summer is banging at Big Boy.
Ciabattas.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Jeff Iafrate, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter as well. And, you can't talk Lions without at least being mindful of what the situation was. And it's a first glimpse of the schedule. That first quarter of the schedule is mammoth. It's mammoth for the Lions. Cody Ingle says 0-6 would be the siren. And, that's what it is. And you asked me, like, Neal, what's your number? There is no hot seat for Dan Campbell for me this year. Because I go back to what this team was, not only talent-wise, which we all knew what it was talent-wise. I don't think that we all appreciated what it was from a financial perspective and how bad it was.
Right.
So, as I said, these guys had two jobs, Brad Holmes in particular. Fix the talent, fix the finances.
Did both.
In the process of doing both, as we talk about Melifonwu and Will Harris switching positions. So, job's not finished, quote Kobe. Job's not finished, nothing to smile about yet. And look, I know you said there was a YouTube chat thread. We're kind of coming off as being critical.
Yeah, and that's the thing that gets lost too. Like I saw a comment, even if they went 4-2, you guys would still be critical.
No. If you go 4-2, okay, if you go 4-2, then you have 2 wins, or at least a win. You have 2 wins over Philadelphia, Seattle, New England, and Dallas. You've won 2 of those games at a minimum. And don't forget about this thing too. We're still halfway through, man. And then in 2024, there's $91 million of cap space with the quarterback signed. It's just, if you're 1-3 and you're going to New England and going to Dallas and you're coming home from Miami and Green Bay. Look, the schedule is a schedule, right? People are saying it's an easy schedule. It is. But the moving day of that schedule is the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
That's what'll set you. And that's a hard-ass schedule. In the second quarter of games, at New England, at Dallas, home against Miami, home against Green Bay. That's hard. I don't care who you are. That's a hard run of schedule. If you're 1-3, it's over. all the talk, and all the hopium we've been taking.
Right.
And all the, the elite offensive line talk, and this guy's going to have 1,000 yards. If you're 1-3, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, I'm saying be aware. I'm saying understand how critical the start to this season is.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that it is.
Also, considering the fact that injuries are inevitable in the NFL. In the beginning of the season, you have everybody healthy. Now it's a year under his belt for Dan Campbell and everybody else getting used to the system. Now with Ben Johnson officially as the OC, you shouldn't be rocky. And I've seen some comments I agree with as well. Like if you start, I saw somebody, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Oh, it was Ethan Brown. The floor is 2-4 the first 6 games. Anything below that is unacceptable progress.
I agree.
I agree with that. If you're minimum 2-4 through 6 games, because that still puts you on a pace of right around, if not a little under 500. If you're 1-5, that's tough.
And I think it does, right? And I know you were a little bit dismissive of it, but I kind of side with Pistons fan 11, where it depends on how you lose those games.
Yeah.
If you're having clock mismanagement, if you're having nuclear meltdowns at the ends of games,
True.
It's one thing if a field goal attempt hits a crossbar and pops up in the air and goes over against a playoff team
from 65 yards.
Okay, it sucks you lost and everything like that, because it's still whatever happens, and I reserve the right to be disappointed, but whatever happens doesn't change the fact that in 2024 you have $92 million of cap space. With a guy that looks like he's competent of picking people with a pulse in the draft. Nothing's going to deter me from that. The coaching, I have more data on Brad Holmes than I do on Dan Campbell. Is that fair?
Yes.
I got to check it with you guys.
No, I would say Brad Holmes will lead this team to a division title. Brad Holmes will. Like Adam said on the morning show, I believe that.
Yeah.
And the playoffs. Brad Holmes will.
KFM says, you got to remember D-Mac's clock at all times. Yes. You do. But for me, I've got more data on Brad Holmes that he is elite at what he does. And by what he does, I mean NFL free agency, and in particular the draft.
Mm-hmm.
There were no long-term, high-dollar commitments. And Spence, we did these shows. Sam Flannery, we did these shows. What was everybody calling for when free agency opened?
Allen Robinson, sign Marcus Williams, bring all these guys in. No, he re-signed guys, 2-year deals, 1-year deal, team friendly, no commitment. He's not signing Trey Flowers for $90 million.
You can see the plan working.
Yeah.
And when I tell you guys in 2 years they have $92 million in cap space, that's because everybody's a 1-year deal, 2-year deals. And at that time, what has Brad Holmes had in this organization, with this organization? 4 drafts.
Yep.
So he will size up what they need, and then you will go get them.
4 drafts and at least 6 first-round picks.
You can see the plan.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in the room. He doesn't have to come on the show. And obviously he wouldn't do that anyway.
No, man, that'd be awesome.
But he doesn't have to. I can see it.
Yeah.
You can see. Anybody can see what the story is.
Me and Easy did that on Heavyweights a while ago, back when we were in Studio B in the dark ages, about breaking down how he constructed, or they construct, not him obviously, but they constructed the Rams roster, and it's very, very, very similar to what he's doing in Detroit right now.
Except now he has first-round picks to work with, which, those are a double-edged sword, depending on who you take.
Yes.
Like the Jeff Okudah thing, if it doesn't work out, that becomes a hindrance.
Yeah.
But if they work...
Same with T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah, but if they work, they're bangers.
Yeah.
Both Bob Quinn.
Both Bob Quinn picks. Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, too, I'm not... And, the people that are saying, you don't want him to go 4-0. Yeah, I do. Like, that's the team I root for. Yeah, why would I not want him to be 4-0? I'm saying even if the worst thing happens that we're discussing right now, even if they are 1-3 with those 2 road games coming up and then home games against the Dolphins and the Packers, I'm cool with it. I'm not cool. I'll be disappointed, but I'm not going to lose my mind on the air or anything like that. It's not like we're talking about Alavila,
right?
Where I have data, all the data points the other way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
So I don't have a huge problem with it, Jeff. I don't. I'm sorry I didn't give you a number. I'm sorry I didn't give you what the people wanted. But it doesn't matter to me. If my only qualifier is what Pistons fan 11 said, it depends on how they lose.
That's a good point. Although I think in totality it doesn't matter, but if you're dissecting each loss, then yeah, you and Pistons fan are right. It's how you lose. I don't think I would panic if they're 1-3. I think that's too early. I would panic if they're 1-5, or if they're 0-3. I would panic. I mean, 1-3, it's. You win one, you're 2-3. It's not like that's not the time to panic. You need more of a sample size in the season to see, and it's how they lose, of course. You saw late in the season the Lions played against the Arizona Cardinals, looked damn good, but other games they got it completely obliterated. So it just depends what team you're getting. But no, I won't panic if they're 1-3.
YouTube chat thread: who gets more touchdowns this year? Sun God 70%, Baby Chark 29%. I think that's a bit aggressive, but okay, I see what you're saying there. Ricky Bobby says, and this is directed at Spencer.
Ricky Bobby.
My source in Tennessee says Willis is looking good.
I'm saying.
What do you want more? Another slice of pickle pizza, or do you want Malik Willis to lead the Titans to a playoff?
Malik Willis MVP. Oh my God! I'm telling you, you guys wouldn't be able to handle me.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was. Scott is good. Scott Bischoff is good at his job.
Yeah,
because he sold me on Malik Willis for some time. Now I'm still of the camp of no way in hell we take him number 2, but I'm excited to see him in Tennessee. No doubt about it. Just so I can come back to the heavyweights and see you guys.
If Malik Willis and Malcolm Rodriguez both make
All-Star
the
Pro Bowl
or the Pro Bowls in a couple years.
Neal, I'm not ready
you
for
guys
that.
wouldn't be able to handle me.
This table wouldn't be up high enough.
Yes, exactly.
We'd have to get a carpenter in here to build this table up another 18 inches, right?
Honestly, it would be awesome.
Dude is packing heat.
I would have so much fun. You think Adam was bad? Oh, just wait. You wouldn't be able to see. I'd cut to my camp and it'd just be a cloud of smoke in here.
And no shirt.
Yeah.
Shooters in the socks.
Shooters in the socks,
Oh, my
baby.
gosh. Hey, when we come back, how about a little Ask Neal? Since D-Mac is out
your
and
favorite
about.
segment.
We do Where's D-Mac? We'll do Ask Neal. I do like rapping with the people. Anything you guys want to know, I always answer honestly. I mean, for real, anything you guys want to know. Land the plane, Juicy J.
I got you. And first, let me tell you about our friends at the Academy of Warren. Brand new state-of-the-art Sports Dome, by the way, that I'm going to check out very soon. They have a regulation basketball court. Can't wait to play on it. Volleyball court and soccer field also can be used for 7-on-7 football. They also feature small classroom sizes, futuristic media centers, academic games, K-8 athletics. This is why you have to enroll today at academyofwarren.net.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Hey, it's Scott from the Woodward Bet Show. Hey, guess what starts this week? NFL preseason. That's where we get all kinds of fun coupons when the NFL season starts, and we're going to start getting ready for your fantasy draft. So make sure you're checking us out at 4:30 at the Woodward Bets YouTube page. You also got to make sure you check out oddstrader.com. It's got live scoring, play-by-play updates, the best place to check all the odds at the sports books right in the palm of your hand. But hey, let's get some fun coupons. We know that's all we want. Listen, we're rolling with Max today. Max has been pitching well. Listen, we're going to take the Mets minus a run and a half. Oddstrader.com, Woodward Bets. Check it out.
Final segment of the show, Ask Neal, I've been told, is what we're going to do here as we come down the stretch. And, you know, I like this chance to engage, and I'll be honest about any kind of topic. And, you know, let's get it in. Let's do it.
No, I got you. Let me throw some lobs your way, Neal.
Sure.
I'll start with Ransom. Lions top 15 defense.
No. I think they can get to the quarterback, but it's a passing league. And if you cannot defend that's the only hope they have.
In totality, no.
At some point, they're going to pay the price. You get exposed in this league. And when you're deficient in an area, guess what they do? This is a league, again, professional sports. You're playing for money. And you want to take money away from somebody else and put it in your pocket. That's what you want to do. And teams will find a way, whether it's through max protection or whatever, they will find a way to neutralize the Lions' pass rush to some degree. And I'll just ask you guys, are you comfortable with that defensive backfield? 15 minutes ago, we were talking about guys switching positions. In what world are you comfortable with that?
Right.
I don't think any world. So that's where it is for me, man. I don't think they're a top 15 defense because I think they are a bottom 5 pass defense. And those do not equate together.
I got a good one here. Casey asks, ask Neal, who has a better chance at a wild card spot this upcoming season, the Lions or the Red Wings?
That's interesting. Why I would have to go Red Wings because of, and look, the same way that I talk about it with the Lions where not everybody's going to make it through, that applies to the Red Wings too. Through all the free agents they signed this year and all the new faces, somebody's not going to be there at the end of the year via injury because that's just the way that it works in professional sports. So I would say, and especially too, today was like my initial deep dive into the Lions schedule, and I don't like that second quarter. That second quarter of the schedule reeks of 1 and 3. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to make the wild card when you have a 1 and 3 portion of your schedule. Now you can neutralize it with a 3 and 1, but that's a big ask, man. Like
Right.
that's a lot to do to win 3 out of 4 games in the NFL. That second quarter of the schedule really hurts, I think, the Lions' chances. You're putting so much pressure on the first quarter of that schedule to where you have to be 3 and 1. Mm-hmm. So that's a long answer to your question. I would say that the Red Wings have a better chance at making the playoffs this year.
And I got another good one from Max Mayer. Ask Neal, over under on bad Alavila trades this deadline.
Oh, man.
2.
1.5?
Over under 1.5.
I was just going to put it at 1.5.
I like the 1.5.
That's where I was going to put it at 1 point. And let's be real. I heard reports that they are, quote, actively shopping Robbie Grossman. Whatever you get back for Robbie Grossman is a 1 trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wins that trade.
Yeah.
If he gets a living, breathing person, you won that trade. Okay?
What if you trade him to the Rays?
Still, you won that trade.
Yeah.
I were hearing some of the designer stats with him against right-handed pitching. You know, if you're a contender and, you know, you're in that playoff spot or whatever, maybe they bring in maybe they bring in a right-handed pitcher. He could be like a
specialist.
Once a series at bat or something like that. I don't know. But if you get anything for him based on what he produced this year, then that's a win.
Yeah.
But that'll be the only one. Anything involving a prospect will be a straight L, capital L.
For sure.
And this is it's a question, but it's almost like a statement too. KFM says, ask Neal, what happens when J-Mo goes for 160 plus and 2 touchdowns in his debut at Jerry World?
I'd poop my pants.
Spencer alters his britches a little bit, and the hype train gets rolling.
Oh, yeah.
And I would also say that low-key, if that happens, DJ Chark's agent better be working the phone a little bit for next year in free agent, because that's the way that would work.
This is a really good question. Would you rather, and this is from Justin, would you rather be 7-10 this year with no franchise quarterback, or suffer a terrible year this year and have Stroud or Young? It's a win-win either way.
I give you my company statement. It's on my About Us website. You know, when you click on nealruhl.com and you go About Us, the following statement always applies. If you cannot make the playoffs, then have the first pick. It's either or.
It's true.
The second you can't make the playoffs, it does not benefit you to win football games. And you can tell me all about the macro and the 30,000 feet and all that kind of stuff. It is a factual statement. You are better off to have the first pick than you are not to make the playoffs. And the second you can't make the playoffs, you're better off to lose. You just are. I didn't make the rules. That's the way. And I didn't make math. I didn't invent it. So that's the way it is.
Although I'd be panicked if they were losing, I'd also be ecstatic because you have Brett Holmes selecting, by the way. But I do want to bring this up. Ask Neal, this is from Abe, who wins in a 3-point shootout, Neal or Sam?
Oh, I would destroy Sam.
Neal would smoke.
Yeah.
Neal got the...
I would destroy. Sam, I would destroy you. I would cover the spread. I would advise you to take the alt line on DraftKings. All of it.
Sam, what do you got? You got to defend yourself.
I have a very streaky 3-point jumper, so there's a very, very good chance that you're right. My game on pickup basketball is to be like the 6'2", kind of spot, like, you know, post up center. I'm not very good at basketball, I'll be honest. If I were 5'6", I would be a bum.
I love that self-awareness.
But you would take that L in a 3-point shooting contest. Just trust me on that one.
There's
brother.
a very good chance I take the L.
Neal's got the fundamental form.
Yeah,
for
good,
sure.
Good hands, man.
He's around too much basketball. He would cook you up.
There's no doubt. Although if we did it in the Carrier Dome, I did struggle shooting in the Carrier Dome. I don't know.
You're in
that deep backdrop. It's real. Like when people say that in a dome, that's real. But if we didn't do it at the Carrier Dome.
Syracuse is a tough place to play. It's gotten to the best of them and the very average of them, like Neal Ruhl as a basketball player.
But not as a shooter. Juicy J, for Juicy J, Jeff Iafrate, for Sam Flano, the legend Killa, and of course Spencer Raxter. My name's Neal Ruhl. Thanks everybody for tapping in to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network.